Mega Millions.
A big reminder, the Mega Millions jackpot is over 175 million. Play now.
This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
And welcome to KCAL News at 11 on CBS Los Angeles and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Marcy Gonzalez. And police are now searching for a sexual predator after a USC student says a rideshare driver raped her when he drove her home. She says it happened right outside of her apartment in South LA. And now the university has issued an alert. KCAL News reporter Rick Montanez has more.
This morning, we've talked with students out here who say they are disturbed. Word is spreading quickly on campus about this reported rape, and the students we spoke with say they use Lyft every day, and so now they will have their guard up even more. This alert came from the USC Department of Public Safety, and it says the student ordered a ride home from Lyft, and this was at 3 a.m. yesterday. She was at a club in West Hollywood and requested that ride home. The alert says she was raped near her apartment on South Grand Avenue near Jefferson Boulevard. The student says she was in the back of a black sedan. It is possible, as we've seen in previous cases, if this is an official Lyft driver, the company should be able to help identify that driver. But for this case, that hasn't been confirmed yet. It is also worth noting that USC has a program that partners with Lyft. Students, faculty, and staff are encouraged by the university to take free Lyft rides with certain locations on and around campus. The time frame and location of this reported rape, though, appear to be outside of those parameters. Students we talked with say they use Lyft all the time, and this report is upsetting.
I use Lyft every single day because I don't have a car here. So especially going places like West Hollywood where that's like a popular place to go out, that's very scary, especially because we be going out super late. Clubs don't close till 2, so it is very scary.
I feel like Lyft here at USC is just more safe because like there's 3 other riders, so I feel like
You prefer sharing the ride?
sharing the Lyft is better. I mean, it is more of a hassle and kind of weird, but having like Lyft by itself is just no. Like, I would be scared.
The university also posted reminders for students using rideshare apps. They say check the driver's photo and the description of their car. Also check the license plate number. Make sure everything matches before you get into a car. And they add that you can use the Share Your ETA function. It's an in-app feature that is included with Lyft. You can send a message to a friend or a family member that you choose so they know when to expect you to arrive. Now, the students we heard from say that they use Lyft every day and they try to use those safety measures when they are doing so. USC tells us that LAPD is investigating this case. We're waiting for LAPD to release more information. We've also reached out to Lyft, and so far we have not received an official response. Reporting near USC, Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Some justice today for several LAUSD students sexually abused by a teacher's assistant. Lawyers for 14 students announced a settlement of nearly $20 million. The abuse happened to the girls at Oxnard Street Elementary during the 2018-2019 school year. Lino Cabrera was convicted in 2020 and sentenced to 8 years in prison. The students and their families sued the school district. They claimed the abuse took place in a classroom with other adults present.
Other children were able to see the abuse, were able to recognize the
is a machete and officers say this road. They chased him. Told CPR was war leave the war-torn region today. Israeli soldiers have intensified attacks on Gaza City, but were met with resistance from Hamas. Meanwhile, Gaza hospitals say they are struggling to treat the wounded because of a lack of medical supplies. And the UN warned the disproportionate attacks could amount to war crimes. President Biden has called for a humanitarian pause in the fighting, but says he supports Israel's right to defend itself. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is on his way back to Israel today. The mayors of Chicago, Denver, Houston, LA, and New York want help from the federal government to deal with a surge of migrants. Migrants are sleeping in police station foyers in Chicago. In New York, a cruise ship terminal was turned into a shelter. And in Denver, migrant arrivals have increased tenfold. President Biden has requested $1.4 billion from Congress to help, but the mayors say more is needed. They're asking for $5 billion, and an accelerated process is making it difficult. All right, it was another chilly morning, but this afternoon it'll feel a little summer-like in some areas. Meteorologist Paul Diano is tracking our next weather first forecast. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Marcy. It would be really challenging to find a different part of the country with weather more pleasant than this. Humidity is down to 18% with a dew point of 28. It's sunny and already 75 degrees in Burbank. We're not going to get hot today, but we will be summertime warm.